Hi, and welcome back. Let's take another quick look at our pastry cream ingredients before we start preparing it. And by the way, don't bother writing down any quantities or other details at this point because you'll find the complete recipe in the downloads that appear with this lesson. So here's our 1 cup milk plus 1.5 cups half and half. I think this combination gives your pastry cream and pies just the right amount of richness. We have 5 yolks. They give your pastry cream that attractive pale yellow color, and they help thicken it and give it a velvety texture. Here's that wide bowl I showed you earlier. I like to use heavy glass or heavy ceramic because you'll be whisking in the bowl, and if you use a light stainless steel bowl, it might just spin around on you when you whisk. Here's our sugar, our 1/4 cup cornstarch, and our 1/4 teaspoon salt. And finally, our vanilla extract. Pure vanilla extract, remember, and our 2 tablespoons unsalted butter to make our pastry cream shiny and rich. It can be cold or at room temperature, it doesn't really matter. We'll start heating the milk with about half of the sugar and gradually bring it to a simmer. Stir it from time to time to dissolve the sugar, and don't try to heat it too quickly or it could scorch and it'll taint the flavor of your pastry cream. Now while that's heating, let's combine the egg yolks, the remaining sugar, and cornstarch and start whipping it with our whisk. Whisk it for about a minute until it's smooth and starting to turn pale yellow. When the milk comes to a near boil, pull it off the heat and start drizzling it slowly into the yolks. Start off slowly, but you can pick up speed as you add more and more of the milk. Finally, add the salt, and then pour the whole thing back into your 3-quart saucepan. Put the saucepan on the burner and continue to whisk nonstop over medium heat. Now comes the fun part because you get to observe the different stages that the pastry cream goes through on its way to thickening. At first, nothing much will happen. You'll just whisk and it will be thin and kind of foamy. But in 2 or 3 minutes, you'll feel the whisk begin to drag a little bit in the pastry cream and take on some body. Don't stop whisking. Finally, the pastry cream will really thicken to a yogurt-like consistency, and it will begin to boil. And when it reaches a boil, continue to whisk for a full 1.5 minutes, and I actually suggest timing it. Turn down the heat slightly so it doesn't bubble madly. Incidentally, if your pastry cream seems to be taking too long to reach a boil, it's a good idea to actually stop stirring it for like 3 to 5 seconds to check and see if it is boiling. Sometimes it reaches a boiling point and you don't even realize it because you're whisking so vigorously. After that 1.5 minutes, remove the saucepan from the heat and scrape the pastry cream into a bowl. Add the butter and the vanilla extract and whisk until the butter is completely incorporated. And congratulations, you just made a perfect batch of pastry cream, the first step in a very promising cream pie career. Pastry cream can develop a skin pretty quickly as it cools, so you'll want to immediately place a piece of plastic wrap directly over the surface. Don't cover the bowl, cover the surface of the pastry cream directly, so the moisture doesn't build up in the bowl. Cool it to almost room temperature, and then finish cooling it in the fridge. Well, you did such a great job with the pastry cream that I think we ought to move right on to making our first classic vanilla cream pie. So let's make one together in the next couple of videos. I'll see you over there.